going to this year start really looking at the seeds of our success and what gets planted in our minds and in our hearts that help us grow as individuals and helps us to continually evolve. One of the key people that I look to for that, and there's many, is Brené Brown. And myself and Brené, as if we were friends, we also love Maya Angelou. And so today's talk is about something that Brené really put a lot of effort and thought into in her last book around wilderness and belonging. So I wanted to spend a couple of minutes talking about belonging. And there are some beautiful quotes out there, and we get inspired by quotes all the time. You'll have seen them online, what we write about and what we talk about. But ultimately belonging and how it stood out to me in the last 6 months to 12 months in terms of myself and the clients I work with was, is it something that we're constantly in pursuit of? And how do we shape ourselves differently in order to belong in different groups or in different places or in different jobs? So I wanted to come to the Maya Angelou quote that inspired Brené, and that inspires me too, and just break it down a little bit for us to discuss a bit further and see how it lands with you. And if it lands with you, even in the smallest amount in terms of how it landed with me, I know it'll bring value. So her quote, and I'm going to break it down into a couple of lines. The first line in Maya Angelou's quote around belonging is, "You are only free when you realize you belong no place." Now, I remember when I read that first and I thought, God, that's very uncomfortable. It seems to have flipped because a lot of the clients I work with and even myself, there seemed to be a pursuit of I want to belong. I want to belong to that family. I want to belong to that group. I want to belong to that organization. But what do we have to do in ourselves to shift and change shape and mold and maybe reduce ourselves to in order to belong to those places? And all this effort we put into belonging. And yet what Maya Angelou is telling us is that you're only free, which is a value of mine, when you realize you belong no place. No place? Where is no place? So when you read a bit further on her quote, it tells us how to do this. Because she tells us you belong every place. So how do you belong in no place and every place at the same time? Because the every place is us, it's within us. We belong to ourselves. We wake up every morning and we belong to ourselves. So everywhere we go, every place we visit, we already belong. And that's where the freedom is. And then she tells us no place at all. So there is no institution, no organization, no business, no house, no four walls that you have to restrict yourself to in order to belong. It's no place at all, because she tells us the price is high. Yes, it is. The high price is self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-growth, really aligning and honoring our values, setting ourselves up with beliefs that allow us truly tune in and access our power. So the price is high to continually work on ourselves, but the reward is great. The reward is feeling confident, feeling aligned to ourselves, feeling resilient, feeling like we can step into relationships that are high value, feeling that we can say no to the things that don't benefit us or add any value to our lives. The reward is high by belonging to ourselves. So you are free in no place, because there is no set of structures or walls or bricks or mortar or group or clan that you have to be lesser of yourself in order to fit into. You already belong to you. And that was the Maya Angelou quote. And that's what I wanted to share with us today to discover and talk about a bit more. And that has inspired Brené's book on wilderness and being out there in the wild by yourself. You already belong. Whether you're at home in the comfort of your own space, in your own kitchen, or whether you're out in a business or out in an organization, you already belong. So good news, you already belong. Go and be free in any place you want to be in.